So what about Megan's mom? The Kings are games tomorrow, right?
Yeah, opening night is tomorrow night. Hockey's officially back, but the Meg isn't talking to me.
Why?
I think she's avoiding me until after opening night because she doesn't want me to take her mom.
She's also not been on the show, too, so that might
Right,
have
that
something
could
to
be
do with it.
part of it.
Okay.
Because she doesn't respond to texts or tweets or anything at the moment. So I'm gonna.
I think you made her uncomfortable, man. It was a little weird.
I'm gonna assume that she's just hating. Coming to you pre-tape from the LA Mission College Studios in Los Angeles, California. This is the Best Coast Show presented by LA Sports Nation. I'm your host, Albert Aguilera. That's my producer, Curtis Stage. Curtis, the playoffs are about to start in about 3 hours.
Yes. Who are we playing?
The Braves.
Oh, the Braves.
We have the Braves. We have the best of the worst that came out of the East.
Best. That's confusing.
Well, someone has to come out of the East.
Yes.
You can't just say, hey, no.
The whole East was trash.
Right.
But I'm not going to discount the Braves. I think they can win a game, possibly.
I don't.
You don't? You think we're going to sweep them in 3?
I think we're going to sweep the Braves.
We've got Ryu starting the game 1.
Game 1.
Kershaw game 2. We
and
have
Buehler
Walker
in 3.
Buehler 3. Nice. Well, fans, we have a Dodgers episode. Of course, playoffs are beginning today. Today's Thursday. You might be seeing this episode tonight. After the game might be going on when the episode comes out, or you may see it on Friday. So either way, we're going to be, we're talking Braves,
We're going to have
Dodgers.
bold predictions here.
We're going to have some bold predictions. So we might have one game under our belts while these predictions are going on. So some of you go, oh, we're losing it. What if we lose today?
We're not.
Okay. All right. So fans, just hopefully we win. I'm guess. Is that your first prediction?
Yeah, we're winning. We're sweeping the Braves. You got to win the sweep.
I get that part. Okay.
Terrible.
All right. Well,
Terrible.
Let's get started.
Nation, welcome back to an all-new episode of the Best Coast Show. I'm Albert Aguilera. That's Curtis Stage. I'm throwing it out there. The Dodgers will sweep the Braves. Here's my logic. Someone had to come out of the East. The East was absolute trash. It was. The Braves surprised me in doing what they did. And for a while, the Phillies were kind of surprising me. But the Marlins were trash, and we knew that. The Mets, we knew were going to be trash. The Nationals were also surprised in the fact that they turned out to be trash. So I honestly feel that the Braves' numbers are inflated because they played these teams half the season.
Yeah.
Like literally half the season.
Well, the same could be said for the Padres and the Giants. I mean, they're garbage.
Oh, they absolutely. I think every division has 1 or 2 teams at the bottom that's absolute garbage. But we were the only team in Major League Baseball, including the Astros and the Red Sox, who won 100-plus games, and the Yankees, who won 100-plus games, with a winning record against teams over 500. No one else can say that.
That's pretty good.
No one.
No one can say that.
And you know what that means? That means that StatCaster has the Dodgers as the World Series favorites at 25%.
So if you're just a geek, which we are not, but if you're just a stat geek, then you're going Dodgers.
Absolutely.
So Friedman, do you think Friedman has anything to do with StatCast numbers? Do you think
it wouldn't surprise me if he owns the place or created it,
or
invented it,
hacked into it.
Yeah, I mean, basically what they do is they run 10,000 simulations,
Yes.
and out of this 10,000 simulation playoff scenario,
it's like a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, the Dodgers won the World Series 25% of the time.
Okay.
Now Vegas has the Dodgers 9-2, which is the second best odds at 4.5 to 1, while the Red Sox are favored at 3 to 1.
Okay. So right now, what do you think is going to shake out?
I feel that we're gonna run through the National League.
Really?
And we're gonna win a World Series in 5 or 6 games.
Okay. Didn't you say that last year?
I said last year we were gonna sweep the playoffs.
You did.
We almost did.
We almost did. The first part we got right. Okay. The Cubs are out, so we don't have to.
Cubs are
Cubs are gone. I actually think the Rockies and Dodgers may face each other in the National League Championship. Because the Rockies have been on a tear. I think they have an advantage in Colorado. I think there's a good possibility the Brewers have been playing well, but I just think that that's going to be a great series. I think you're right that we're probably going to beat up on the Braves. I just think right now our pitching is just too good. We just have too much. I mean, Braves are good at, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know much about the Braves. I mean, I know Freeman, Markakis, I know Acuna, I know the big names, but I mean, Charlie Culberson's playing shortstop. He wouldn't even make this playoff roster. Charlie Culberson. You know, the guy who hit the home run, the famous home run on Vin's last day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He wouldn't make our roster.
Wait, is he? Wait, they've got the Dansby guy. They got the young kid. They look exactly the same.
Right, and their whole team. I mean, the average age on the starting 8 is 26 years old.
Okay.
And that's only because what's his face? Their catcher. Suzuki.
Yeah.
And
Markakis
Markakis
like
are
50.
34.
Oh,
that's the only reason. Those two guys are 34. Everyone else, Friedman's 28. Everyone else is 20, 21, 22.
Do you know that just a little thing about Markakis? It's the weirdest thing ever. How many hits does he have in his career? He's like close to 3,000. He's like the most under the radar baseball player of all time, man. Because all of a sudden,
because he played in Kansas City forever.
Yeah, but all of a sudden, this dude has almost 3,000 hits.
I'm sorry, he played in Baltimore.
Baltimore. And usually when you have 3,000 hits, you're making it to the Hall of Fame. Is Nick Markakis a Hall of Famer?
No, because he has 2,200 hits.
Yeah, but he does.
Yeah,
2,000 what?
2,237.
No.
In 13 years of service.
Markakis?
Yeah. He's never had a year with 200 hits.
Okay. So he may not make 3,000.
No.
He'd have to play 8 more years.
At this pace, yes.
Okay. Maybe I was wrong about that. Who am I thinking of? I thought it was him.
Not
Are you
him.
sure you got Markakis' stats there? Who cares? Anyways, it's the Braves.
Yeah, I'm looking at him.
Really? Are you sure it's not just with the Braves?
No.
All right.
Like
it's his total career stats.
Yeah, his whole stats.
You got his baseball card right there.
Exactly. From age 22 to 34, from Baltimore to Atlanta, the dude's got 2,237 hits.
That's still a lot of hits.
That is a lot of hits. I'm not going to say it's not. I mean,
no one in the Dodgers has that.
I mean, the dude's 34 years old and still playing in the majors. So he's got to be doing something right.
Yeah. Ryu has been our best pitcher. I mean, a case can be made for Walker Buehler. He's been amazing, but Ryu really has been the best pitcher for the Dodgers in the last month of the season.
Since he came back, since he came back from the disabled list.
So I'm very confident with him pitching game 1. But I'll tell you, the last couple games that Buehler's pitched has been lights out. His game against the Rockies was amazing. I'm liking him on the road in Atlanta. I think that's a good deal there. Did Alex Wood make the playoff roster?
He did. He made the playoff roster. The Dodgers went with 13 position players, 12 relievers. Wood is one of them.
What does Chase Utley do that he did not make the playoff roster? Does he get to go into the clubhouse? He
might chill in the clubhouse because he can't be in the dugout.
He can't be in the dugout.
Or maybe he can Boshi it, remember? Or Bob Valentine.
Yeah.
When Valentine came out and was wearing a mustache and the sunglasses.
Has to happen.
He could just chill in the dugout, pretend to be one of the Dodgers associate players or people that are in the dugout. Or what if you made him the bat boy? Because you got to be in uniform to be the bat boy.
Yeah.
And Chase Utley's the bat boy where he's always like, hey, look out for the inside curve. And then he'll come back.
Isn't there like a age limit on bat boys?
No, there's an age minimum. You have to be over 18.
Okay.
And then
but you could be 70 years old.
Yeah, well, like the
Giants have
the
that.
Giants have like the 7-year-old guys.
Yeah.
And that's because of the Giants World Series.
Too.
I don't know if you remember that World Series against the Angels, but
I didn't. Yes.
Dusty Baker's kids were the bat boys, and his youngest kid, like the 4-year-old, almost got killed by JT Snow. And so Major League Baseball was like, whoa, you got to be 18 plus to be a ball boy.
Yeah. Wouldn't that have been great? No, it wouldn't have been great. But I mean, just, he did.
Just the I know the fact
Bonds
that
pick him up.
No, JT Snow did. As he was crossing home plate, he knew someone was coming behind him. I don't remember who. It might have been Jeff Kent. I don't know who. But he reached back, grabs the kid, and takes him away.
Yeah.
And then Dusty Baker was just laughing his ass off.
Yeah. Okay.
That kid would have been killed.
Well, not killed, but he would have been run over. He would have been flying through the air.
The Buster Posey rule would have started that night as opposed to 10 years later.
Yes. So we have Ryu starting. I'm pretty confident about him. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm confident with 22 in Dodger Stadium. I'm going to be honest with you, though. I'm not confident yet in Kenley Jansen.
No. And the good thing is that this team, the Atlanta Braves, they're contact hitters. You don't have a dude on that team that has 200 strikeouts. I think Freddie Freeman leads their team with strikeouts with 130.
So why is that good for Kenley Jansen?
Because no one on that team other than Acuna, who I believe has 25, 26 home runs, is a threat.
The problem with Jansen and a lot of our relievers, but mostly Jansen, is he relies on strikeouts. He just goes out there to try to strike everybody out. And the problem is the Braves don't strike out very much. So,
but they're not dudes that he's been suspect to the home run ball.
So they're not guys that are going to.
Right.
They have only 3 players that have hit more than 20 home runs, 3 or 4.
They have 3 total, Freeman, Acuna, and somebody else.
So, and we have 50
everybody,
guys.
Yeah.
I think Kershaw.
I think
20.
Everyone that's not a pitcher has 20 home runs or more.
We have the best bench in baseball. That's clear.
For this series, yes.
Who's on the bench?
Well,
coming off the bench.
Coming off the bench, these are the infielders that the Dodgers took. Dozier, Freese, Kike, Machado, Muncy, Turner. So coming off the bench today would be Dozier, Freese, and
CT3 if he played in the infield.
Right. CT3 is considered an outfielder in their roster. Bellinger, Kemp, Peterson, Pui, all outfielders on the roster.
Yes. But
And you know who else is an infielder that's on the team?
Austin Barnes?
Yeah, because I told you he's the only other person that can catch.
I thought Kike could catch. Haven't we?
No, he wanted to catch, but they wouldn't let him.
Okay.
But Yasmani is starting tonight.
Do we really? Well, of course he's starting.
I'm just saying.
Do we really need a backup catcher?
We do, because if your catcher gets hurt, then you have no one else to play there. And then someone like Yasmani, who has like a glove made out of stone.
Yes. Do you think he? I asked Duarte this on Twitter. I'm like, do you think that Yasmani practices catching balls in the dirt or throws from the outfield to home plate? Does he practice those at all? Because I know
think he does. But here's my theory. Here's my theory on why Yasmani can't catch.
Balls. He cannot catch.
Like it's a very common thing. Exactly, it's a very common thing for NBA players to use a brand new pair of sneakers every night.
Yes.
I'm thinking Yasmani uses a brand new glove every night, and that's why it doesn't close. It's not broken in.
Okay. So
that's
he can catch.
That's what my theory is.
His mitt.
Right.
It's just the mitt.
Right.
I mean, we love Yasmani, and
now that he's not on the juice anymore, he can't clamp down.
I hope he doesn't see this episode, and well, maybe
I hope he does.
Funny if he does, maybe because he can come on and refute that.
That's true. Well, I'm saying that he's no longer on the juice.
Yes.
That's why his hand strength isn't like enough to close a brand new catcher's mitt. I used to play catcher. I played catcher for like 10 years.
The juice is affecting his strength of his grip?
Oh, absolutely.
Like the Kung Fu grip?
Yeah.
Were you old enough for the G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip?
No.
You were not. It's
no.
pretty awesome. You guys' Kung Fu grip was awesome. That was like my prized toy when I was a kid.
The G.I. Joe with Kung Fu grip?
It was awesome. It was really good. I didn't even know what Kung Fu was, but I knew that.
I heard that everybody was Kung Fu fighting.
Probably.
That can't be possible. Not everyone could have been Kung Fu fighting.
I mean, I was 6, so I didn't really know what Kung Fu... I mean, I knew who Bruce Lee was, and I kind of knew. But G.I. Joe had Kung Fu grip. I just knew that was cool because it was permanently in a grip, but like he's going to grab your neck. It's cool.
Nice.
You could squeeze.
Well, that's
no other toy had that. Everybody else's hands were like this.
That's what Yasmani needs. He needs Kung Fu grip.
He needs something gripping.
And maybe can we put pine tar in his glove?
Yeah, or maybe
is that legal?
Can he start using those like little things that
where he's stuck in traffic?
He's just like he's driving to Dodger Stadium and he's kind of like working the forearms, working the hands, something. Because I can't see another pass ball. I cannot handle it.
Well, they're not even pass balls. They don't get past him. They just bounce off his glove.
Sometimes they get past him and go places. It's chaos.
We have to not do that.
Well, we need his defense to. He has been throwing out runners better.
He just has to catch.
Just has to catch the ball. Just catch the ball.
That's
Look it into your mitt. Just watch it right into your mitt, Yasmani. Just watch it right into.
Yeah,
he's our only weak link on defense because if you have Kike Hernandez who's starting game
tonight,
he could quite possibly be top 5 defensive
Muncie's starting tonight. He's got a glove at first.
Decent. He's
Turner's at third. Machado's at short. Bellinger's in center field.
Bellinger's been playing right. Good center.
Well, Jock's in left.
Jock's great.
I mean, I don't see outside of Yasmani, like you said. I don't see
Muncie's not the best first baseman, but
well, he's not as talented as Gonzalez was or as Bellinger is at first. But we used to see a lot of mistakes at third.
But he does have like 35 home runs,
right? So. We used to see these mistakes at third because that's a much longer throw. He's trying to get the ball out of his glove. There's more going into it.
Has he committed any errors at first base?
I don't know.
I don't remember any. So,
but at third, it was a regular thing.
Yes, he had like 2 in one game and then 1 the next.
But it's just like, hey, stay healthy. Everybody continue hitting bombs. We'll sweep Atlanta and we'll meet somebody in the NLCS.
I think it's going to be the Rockies.
You think it's going to be the Rockies? The Rockies, according to the StatCast, have the worst odds of winning the World Series at 3%.
Okay, so my prediction's bad. I'm going to go against StatCast.
Okay.
Wait, so we're second.
First.
What did Yahoo pick?
Well, the Yahoo Sports Writers Nation, the Yahoo Sports Writers, they picked the Dodgers to win the National League. They have the Dodgers almost like exclusively winning the National League with 1 or 2 Brewer picks in there. But they don't have them winning the World Series. They have no one in the National League winning the World Series. They only have the Astros and the Red Sox in a almost 50-50 split winning the World Series.
For right now, until the Dodgers can prove it, I kind of agree with that. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to be the honest fan, not wear the blue-colored glasses, and I'm just going to say, until they prove us wrong, the Astros didn't get worse. They didn't get worse.
They didn't.
They didn't get worse. Right?
No.
And Boston got better. So, I mean, is Boston better than the Dodgers? That remains to be seen.
Again, Boston swept the Baltimore Orioles this year.
How awesome would it be for a Red Sox-Dodgers World Series, though?
That would be cool.
It would be very cool.
Yeah.
Or Dodgers-Yankees, if the Yankees don't have a chance. I don't think they're getting past Boston or
You don't think
Houston.
so?
No.
You don't think that it's going to be
They don't have the pitching.
rivalry game? Doesn't matter. You don't need pitching.
They do need pitching.
No,
Pitching wins
have
the
you
world.
have you ever seen the Yankees play in Yankee Stadium or the Red Sox play
Dodgers have the
in
most
Fenway?
Yes,
They broke the record this year for home runs because they play in a little kid park that's designed for raking to right field.
Could you imagine if the Dodgers played in Yankee Stadium?
Oh, with all of our lefties,
We would have 500 home runs.
No, we would sweep that series 4-0 and win like 35-0.
Okay.
It would just be that animation of Bugs Bunny,
rounding the bases.
Yeah, rounding the bases constantly because
Okay.
we're just raking.
Okay. Yes.
Here's one for you. Will Bellinger or Aaron Judge break their own or the total record they both set last year for strikeouts in the playoffs?
I think Bellinger is looking better going into these playoffs than he did last year. I think he's more confident.
Because he wasn't in the home run derby this year.
Yeah, he's more confident. I think he's looking better going into the playoffs. Is he still striking out a lot? Sure. But the Dodgers strike out a lot. They just do. Am I worried about strikeouts? Well, the problem with the strikeout is it doesn't do anything situationally. And the Yankees and the Dodgers both are in this. Neither of those two teams move runners over at all. You know who's good at moving runners over? Houston. And they also hit home runs because they play in that park.
And they play in a baby stadium.
So,
and what's super impressive about the fact that the Dodgers lead the National League in home runs by like a mile and
we play in Dodger Stadium.
Our third overall is that we play in Dodger Stadium, which is not a hitter's ballpark, where we play in Petco, where it's impossible to hit home runs, where you're in San Francisco, where, again,
Also,
it's very difficult to hit home runs.
Yes.
And people are like, oh, well, you play in Colorado. I don't know if you've noticed playing games in Colorado, but you don't hit home runs in Colorado. You hit a lot of doubles and triples.
Well, because,
they have huge alleys.
Yeah.
So,
and didn't they deaden the balls, though?
Yeah, because they put them in the humidifiers.
Yeah. So there's been less home runs in Colorado.
Right. So we have been destroying the baseball in general.
Just in general. It's
just. So, again,
it's Turner Ward.
We go into, let's say, Milwaukee, where it is a hitter's ballpark. You go to Boston. You go to New York. I mean, those are baby stadiums. That's what Yasiel Puig said. Baby stadiums.
Yasiel Puig was really pumped up after the celebration.
And all shirtless?
He was well. There was a lot of shirtless guys. What's up with the shirtless?
It's the thing.
Is it the thing?
You didn't hear why he said we were going to win the World Series?
Did he say because they were all shirtless?
No, he said the Dodgers are winning the World Series because, quote, there are too many handsome guys on this team.
That's why. Okay.
And have you been noticing that the women of the Twitter have been posting their brackets of who the hottest Dodger is? That's been like the latest trend this last week.
Isn't it always Chris Taylor?
I see that he's won several. I know Meg would fight someone who said otherwise.
Yeah. Because he also likes country music.
That's true.
She's not just looking at looks, which girls do that. Guys, we're dopes. We mostly look at looks. Girls weigh in other factors. Like, does this guy like country music?
You know what? I'm looking at the Dodgers strikeouts right now.
What does that have to do with their looks?
Oh, just because you said we strike out a lot. We really don't. Chris Taylor has 178.
That's a lot of strikeouts.
That's Chris Taylor, who's not starting.
Okay.
And then no one comes close. I mean, you have...
Are you sure what's Bellinger got?
Oh, this can't be right. I mean,
I was already questioning your Marquez.
Oh, and I'm sorry. That's Jock Peterson. So Peterson in 148 games has 85 strikeouts.
That's really good for
Bellinger has 151.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Peterson
but, I mean, Turner's got 47.
Well,
Kike's got 50. Puig's got 36 in 125 games.
Remember when we used to complain about how much he swung up pitches that were just like
all over the place? Yeah,
everywhere.
But listen, he's gotten significantly better.
That's huge. Who else has got a lot of strikeouts? Muncy.
Muncy 131.
Okay, so you got 3 players over 120 strikeouts.
Machado's only got 53.
Yeah.
That's
so Turner
insane.
and Machado are and there's a reason why Peterson, Turner, and Machado are up at the top of the lineup. They don't strike out very much.
Right.
So, maybe we need to move Puig up there.
Well, I mean, he's really good in the 8th spot.
But he's not in the 8th spot today in Game 1.
Is he not?
No, I think it's Kike.
Kike in the 8th spot?
Yeah.
So he must be 7th?
Yeah. So let's get back to the shirtless thing. So the good looking is why.
Oh my God, that's what the hashtag for the playoffs should be.
Shirtless? Wait. Let's talk about the play. Defend SoCal. What the hell is
stupid.
that?
I don't know who comes up with these things.
Los Angeles.
And you know what it is though?
Why isn't it just defend Los Angeles?
No, this is Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Getting together in a room full of like other corporate people,
and none of them are
that
from
know
LA.
nothing about anything, but they're all like, okay, you all work in human resources. What can we do and hashtag that may not seem offensive in any way, shape, or form?
Okay.
How about defend SoCal?
Who calls it SoCal except people who don't?
Nobody. Nobody calls it SoCal.
Only people who are. That's like saying
That's out-of-state people.
Yeah.
Like people that call Santa Monica, Venice, the West Side, those are out-of-state people.
Yeah.
Like we call things by cities here.
We definitely don't say SoCal.
No.
I don't say SoCal.
No, because that would encompass us with San Diego.
Yeah.
And Anaheim.
Ooh.
No, it's Los Angeles.
Yeah.
It's LA versus the world.
Well, we say best coast.
We are the best coast.
Okay. So that's even encompassing Seattle.
No, that
Really?
would be like the Los Angeles Dodgers of Los Angeles, of California, of America, of the planet Earth, of the
Okay.
Milky Way galaxy.
But we really could be talking Seattle Seahawks football right now.
We could be, but we're not.
Because we do
Because
say best coast.
hashtag Ram it.
Okay,
Undefeated
yes.
Rams
We're not talking
undefeated
about
Rams who are gonna beat the Seahawks this week.
I hope so. It's
Hashtag
in
Ram it.
Seattle.
Yeah.
It's always
Hashtag
tough.
Ram it.
Ram it.
Hashtag Ram it.
What is, instead of defend SoCal, what would be better?
I like LA versus the world. I like
That's a
hashtag
lot to say, though.
whatever. Hashtag shirtless.
That I like.
Suns out, guns out. Stuff like that.
Okay.
Hashtag wake up Tommy.
Okay, he is sleeping a lot.
Hashtag
Something with Chase Utley with the dad thing. Maybe what's Kike's shirt? Best dad ever.
best dad ever.
But we can't do that.
But that
really. That's not the whole
isolates
team. Yeah.
Chase. This has to be an entire team thing.
Okay. How about the Sons? Sons of Chase.
Nah, he only has 3 kids on the team, and one of them's on the injured reserve list.
Okay. Defend SoCal.
It's stupid.
What are some of the other ones? Are there other ones? Are
No.
there all the hashtags out?
Well, I've been seeing a lot of, I don't know, this might be Major League Baseball's slogan in general, Rocktober.
Well, that's been around for a while.
That's stupid.
That's stupid too.
That's
You don't
also
like
really
that?
stupid.
We haven't come up with anything really better yet
We can workshop it, but
okay.
they should come to us and ask.
But
We have the better nicknames.
in 5 minutes, we haven't come up with anything really great.
Wake Up Tommy's good.
Wake Up Tommy's good, but nobody would get that in Boston.
They don't need to get that.
Oh.
It's not for Boston. It's
Well,
not
but when you're
for
on the
Houston.
MLB channel.
Let them Google it. Okay? It doesn't matter. Okay, last year's hashtag was this team.
This
right?
team was good.
And this team.
Because that was Joe Davis.
Joe Davis came up with it, and I was like, where did this come from? But apparently it was something he had said on air. Now, no one else would have known about it. Shit, I didn't know about it, and I watched the games. So it doesn't matter what other people know or don't know.
Okay.
It's about us.
Yeah. Okay, true.
You know?
Why not? How about hashtag it's about us?
Hashtag about us.
It sounds like a TV show. It's
It
about
does.
us. It's about us. It's a new millennial show. Okay, so we don't have a good one yet. But,
Not yet.
But
We
it
can
could be
workshop it, though.
anything's better than defend SoCal.
Yeah. We put up a Twitter poll the other day. It was the options were LA versus the world, which was leading. Hashtag say no to racism. Hashtag.
How did that come into it?
Oh,
I like that.
That's a stab at Houston.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Oh, I should have been like hashtag DV,
What's that?
domestic violence, because they got some of those guys on their team too.
Okay.
Anything where we can just kind of jab at the other teams for being scumbags.
I thought it was about us.
It is about us. It's us making fun of people.
Okay.
And then the other one was attract Harper.
That's decent, but that doesn't have to do with the playoffs, really.
Well, if he sees that we're making the playoffs and we're 6 years in a row, unlike, the Nationals, he has never won a single playoff game. The Nationals franchise has not won a single playoff game.
Do you think that that's going to be the main factor?
He wants to win. He's from Vegas. He grew up a Dodgers fan. Obviously, he wants to get paid, and the Dodgers have the money.
We haven't talked about this yet, but clearly Manny Machado is not going to be on this team next year.
You don't know that.
Oh, come on.
We won a World Series.
We have Corey Seager coming back.
Okay. Then you ask
Hashtag Corey Love.
Okay, you have one of them move to second.
Who's moving to second?
I don't know. You could have Machado go back to third, and you could have Turner play second.
Turner's not turning double plays.
You don't know that.
He's not nimble.
Okay.
And he's the best third baseman we have.
That's true.
And Machado said he wants to play short.
Okay, well, we'll ask Corey. Hey, Corey, you mind playing second base?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care where Machado goes as long as it's not the NL West.
And really, it's does it really matter who's assigned to what position? They're all going to move around anyways.
Well, that's true, except Machado.
So it doesn't really matter.
Machado hasn't moved around at all.
So it doesn't matter.
Because Turner could play first base, but Machado's not playing first
Right, and you
base.
still have Muncy and Bellinger there, but Bellinger's going to probably live in the outfield.
For a while, I think. We'll get to next year later, but it just popped into my mind. But we're hoping Machado leads us to the World Series this year.
Right.
I mean, we have no one on the team that has better stats than he does throughout this whole entire year.
Muncy has better stats?
No.
No?
Machado has better stats in all categories than Muncy. Yes.
Well, Muncy was the
Except
Dodgers.
for the OPS plus, I think.
Muncy was a Dodgers representative for the what award was it? But basically the best offensive player in the league.
Yeah. Who would have thought? I remember our show number 1 of the summer,
where we made fun of it. We were like, oh, Mad Max Muncy.
I thought he was going to go back down to AAA or AA for, the big stretch of the season until September.
But
and
nope.
Then here we go. 35 home runs later. Pretty awesome. So what is our gift of the day?
Guys, our gift of the day, this is from the American League wild card between the Yankees and the A's. This Yankees fan, in celebration, throws a full beer at an Oakland A's fan.
That's not cheap.
And the Oakland A's fan wasn't upset that he got hit with beer. He more looked at the Yankee fan like, are you serious? Did you really just throw $30 at me?
Is that how much the beers are at Yankee Stadium?
I don't know. I'd imagine. I mean, they're $24 for the non-domestic, for the imported beers at Dodger Stadium. And I believe that's with the Michelada stuff?
No, it's $18.
So then it might be with the Michelada stuff that they add the additional $6.
You're clearly not a drinker. I'm not
going to pay $24 for a beer at a baseball game.
No one should pay that.
That's dumb.
But you get thirsty. This idiot, though, in New York, I mean, come on.
He was excited. His team made it into the ALDS.
Is it very exciting?
Where it's basically just going to be a home run derby in those two baby stadiums. That's all it's going to be. Okay, who can hit more home runs?
I think we've covered that.
It's so terrible.
It is terrible.
All right, guys, but that's been our show. Don't forget to stalk us on Twitter at Best Coast Show. Don't forget to check out all the behind-the-scenes action on the Instagram, also at Best Coast Show. You can find the podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, really anywhere podcasts are heard. But that's been our show, and you guys have a good night.